Hello from Scotland, friends. My family and I are currently vacationing in the Isle of Skye in northern Scotland. Although by the time you watch this video for the Cancer new moon, I'll probably be back home in California. But I'm excited to share with you what I have intuited and written for the Cancer new moon, which is coming on July 14th, 2026. So, friends, here we go. Let me pull it up. Okay. So the theme for this Cancer new moon is rejoice in the unexpected. And again, this new moon is happening on July 14th, 2026, and the time is at 2:43 a.m. Pacific time. You can look up the time for where you live. All right. The new moon in Cancer on July 14th encourages us to infuse our uncertainty with flavors of joy and transformation. When I tuned into this new moon, I felt something unexpected that honestly brought me so much joy. Mischievous glee. This particular mischief is the flavor of joy that rises when you do something different from what's known, from what's expected, from what's prescribed. The delight of coloring outside the lines, not just out of rebellion, but mainly out of genuine aliveness, genuine desire, genuine joy. And then came the theme for this lunation. Rejoice in the unexpected, because joy, real embodied, yes, even mischievous joy, is not a luxury for easier times. Joy is a beacon. It's life saying, come this way. Joy is the thing that helps us move past fear of the unknown, past the clench of uncertainty, past the masks of social constraints, and past the heaviness of the world. Joy is not reward for navigating hard times. Joy is integral in how we navigate them. And this Cancer new moon urges us and this Cancer new moon urges us to more intentionally navigate our lives through transformative and even rebellious joy. So the energy of Cancer, cardinal water, and the wisdom of feeling. As the cardinal water sign of the zodiac and the sign most intimately connected to the moon herself, along with being my sun sign, Cancer is the energy of emotional nourishment, intuition, home, and the fierce, sometimes protective, tender wisdom of a feeling heart. In her light, Cancer is deeply intuitive, fiercely protective, extraordinarily nurturing, and profoundly attuned to the invisible emotional world beneath the surface of things. She trusts what she feels before she can explain it. Often she cannot even explain with words all it is that she feels. I feel that. Like the crab who represents her, constantly rebuilding their shell, their exoskeleton, Cancer builds sanctuaries in her home, in her relationships, in her heart, where those she loves can be fully, safely themselves. Yet in her shadow, Cancer can become so focused on protecting herself and others that she retreats entirely, pulling into her shell at the first sign of discomfort, clinging to the familiar long past its usefulness, or letting her deep sensitivity tip into emotional overwhelm and fearfulness. She can nurture everyone around her while quietly starving herself of the very care she so freely gives. Ugh, calling myself out here. When navigating through fear, Cancer shell can become a cage where escapism becomes protection and familiarity. That is such a hard word to say. Familiarity becomes fear of the new. I'm going to say that sentence again because I couldn't say it the first time. When navigating through fear, Cancer's shell can become a cage where escapism becomes protection and familiarity becomes fear of the new. This new moon asks us to feel deeply and stay open, to let Cancer's emotional wisdom guide us toward joy rather than away from risk. The astrology, Mercury retrograde, Saturn square, and just a lot of stuff with Uranus. Astrologically, July is a big month, and there's a lot happening around this Cancer new moon. So, first of all, Mercury is retrograde in Cancer alongside this new moon, obviously next to the sun and moon. In emotional Cancer, Mercury retrograde asks us to slow down and feel before we strategize. Let our inner world speak before our outer one acts. Under this new moon, our intuition is louder than our logic. And isn't that actually a nice change? Meanwhile, Saturn in Aries sits square to the Sun, Moon, and Mercury in Cancer, adding in notes of responsibility, obligation, and pressure, as Saturn often does. This transit can make the unexpected feel threatening rather than exciting. Raise your hand if you've ever felt that before. um, this Saturn transit can make joy feel irresponsible when there's still so much to do, so much uncertainty still to navigate. But this is precisely where this Cancer new moon pushes back. Joy is not irresponsible, joy is essential. And the willingness to find it, especially when Saturn is squaring us and the world does feel heavy, is an act of both bravery and rebellion. Additionally, Uranus, the planet of sudden rebellious change, innovation, and liberation, is making some big moves around this new moon. On July 15th, the day after the new moon, Uranus and Gemini sextiles Neptune and Aries, and then moves toward a trine with Pluto and Aquarius. That's a lot of movement, right? And a lot of these transits actually haven't happened in a while. But what these transits point to is both disruptive and deeply liberating change, personally and collectively. So the unexpected is not just coming, it's kind of already here. I mean, listen, we've been living through a lot of unexpected times for a while now, right? So, same. The question this Newman asks is simply, can you meet it all while maintaining your joy, while prioritizing your joy, while allowing your joy? Rejoice in the unexpected. As I keep saying, we're living through genuinely unprecedented, genuinely unpredictable times. And the temptation, especially for sensitive, feeling oriented people, is to meet that unpredictability with tightening, with bracing, with the quiet decision to put joy on hold until things feel more certain. But uncertainty may not be going anywhere soon. And joy, held in suspension, has a way of quietly disappearing. This Cancer new moon reminds us that joy is a compass, not a reward. Joy points us toward what feels most alive, most true, most genuinely ours. And when we are lost in the unexpected, when the map no longer matches the landscape, joy becomes one of the few navigation tools we can truly trust. Cancer knows this in her bones. She knows that a warm meal, a good laugh, a moment of genuine connection, a decision that makes no logical sense but feels absolutely delicious, these are not distractions from the spiritual path. These are the path. So, under this new moon, let's say yes to the things that delight us. Let's follow the unexpected turns that remind us that we're alive. Let's allow ourselves to be pleasantly and even mischievously surprised by what brings us back home to ourselves. May this Cancer new moon help you plant the seeds of joy in your life. Oh, wait, sorry. Conclusion, come home to joy. This Cancer new moon arrives wrapped in emotional depth, mischievous delight, and the quiet knowing that joy is never something we earn. It's always something we choose. The moon never asks us to have it all figured out. She does not ask us to wait until the uncertainty lifts, the path becomes clear. She simply asks us to feel what is alive in us, to trust what our hearts already know, and to let that, rather than fear, be the thing that guides our next steps. The unexpected is not the enemy of our peace. It may just be the doorway to something more beautiful than what we had planned. So we are invited to plant our seeds here in the rich feeling soil of Cancer, to water them with genuine joy, and to trust that what grows will be exactly what our souls are reaching for. With infinite love and lunar blessings, Rachael. Raquel. All right, guys, that's it. That is the moon blog for the Cancer new moon. Of course, if you want more, please check out the moon blog by following the link below. Also, we are circling up for the Cancer new moon on Tuesday, July 14th at noon Pacific time. If you're part of my intuitive moon community, this is free for you. But if you're interested in joining us, please check out the links below. You can try out the moon community for free for your first 2 weeks. Or if you just want to come and try out one of our moon circles, you can do so for a very small fee. Of course, you can find out so much more by following down there. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Happy New Moon, Cancer friends. Bye.